Alright, welcome back, guys. We're going to part 2 of finding your starting point. So every exam you take comes with a breakdown. Alright, and in this breakdown, the College Board basically lists everything that they're going to test you on. The beautiful thing about this list is you already know exactly how much of that particular topic is going to be on your exam, because they list the percentage right next to it. And that's exactly what the point of this video is. We're going to dissect that breakdown. We're going to get our building blocks to start putting our study prep together. So if you have a topic and on the breakdown it says 30% of this topic is going to be on your exam, and you have another topic in that breakdown that says only 10% of this is going to be in your exam, common sense should tell you which section or which topic you're going to spend the most time on. I'm going to show you how to do all this here in a sec. So once you've got everything broken down, you've highlighted what the biggest chunks of the exam are, you know exactly what you're going to be tested on, consolidate them. Make a list of the topics in order of precedence. So for me, what I like to do is I like to use Trello. Trello allows me to organize my topics and everything that I need to know very precisely, and I can drag and drop any new information that I find on the internet into that section on Trello. It's very important that you consolidate your topics and everything else that you find that's related to those topics. So this could be a educational article that you found. This could be the link to a book on Amazon, or the link to some YouTube videos or some educational videos. So moral of the story, consolidate your topics, keep them organized so you can get to them and that you know exactly what is what. Let's see an example. Yes, absolutely. Let's do this. I'm about to break this down for y'all in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, here we are on the College Board website, and this is the American government breakdown. So before you do anything, before you start doing anything, it's very important that you read this overview, because it's going to tell you things like how many questions are approximately going to be on the exam. And another piece of information that goes right along with this is how long you're going to have to take this exam. This is gold. They literally tell you everything they're going to test you on. This is a gold mine. This is where you get the information to build your foundation. And before you know it, you're going to have a huge database of info that you can pull from to build an amazing study experience for yourself. It doesn't really get more clear than this. So for example, institutions, policy, process, presidency, bureaucracy, and Congress. This is this first section here I'm reading. This is 30 to 35% of your exam. By far, probably the biggest chunk. Let's assume that 20% of all of these sections are going to be on my exam. Alright, 20% of political parties and interest groups, 20% of political beliefs, and 20% of constitutional underpinnings of American democracy. I'm just gonna focus on these sections, right, because I'm rounding up to 20. Those are pretty big chunks versus this 15% right here. So if we're doing this in order of precedence, I'm actually going to put civil liberties at the bottom of the list. Okay, this is actually going to be the last thing that I'm going to be focused on. I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time here. Alright, and I'm going to spend probably an equal amount of time on all these sections because they're each worth 20%. We're going to round up and assume that they're worth 20%. And those are pretty big chunks. Okay, so we have an understanding of breaking down the exam based off percentage, order of precedence. So now that we've established how our list is going to go, and just to reiterate, we decided that institution, policy, process was the bigger chunk of the exam we're going to focus on, right? Civil liberties, we're going to put that at the bottom, all right, because that's the smallest chunk of the exam. Political parties and interest groups, political beliefs and behavior, constitutional underpinnings of American democracy. These are bigger chunks, and we're going to move those up and we're going to focus on those. So we got 35%, and we got 20%, that's 55%, another 20%, that's 70%, and then another 20%, that's 90% roughly of your exam, excluding civil liberties, that we're going to focus on. And honestly, you could even take, let's say, 60% or 70%. You can get really creative with this stuff. If you want to take 60% of this information and just go hard on it, study super duper hard on just 60%, you're gonna get a passing score. Alright, it's a no-brainer. You're gonna get a passing score. If you want to take 70% of this information and study super hard on it, you're gonna get a passing score. If you just want 50% of all this information, if you want to take 50% of this information, so let's say all you wanted to study was institutions, policy process, this right here, and political parties and interest groups, okay? If you just wanted to study those two things and you went absolutely hard on that 50%, you still would probably give yourself a really good chance of passing that exam. Because remember, we'll talk about this later, but the exam, the CLEP exam, it's based off of your score is scaled. And the name of the game is answer as many questions correctly as you possibly can. So now we got our list together in order of precedence, and it's just that simple. So now what you want to do is, like I said, however you decide to organize your information, start doing that. You have your main topics now. Start building a list, a Word document. Like I said, I highly recommend you use the project management tool. Trello is my recommendation to you, and we're going to actually go over that in the next video. But essentially, this is it. And now we're ready to start building an amazing piece of study prep that's going to get us to a passing score. That concludes this video. See you in the next section where we're going to talk about how to actually put everything together, and we're going to be using Trello. So right now, if you don't have a Trello account, please take the time to create one. It won't take you long at all. And I'm going to show you how to set up a Trello board designed to help you consolidate all of your information. So when you start going out diving into your resources, you can put all that information into your board, keep it nice and organized, and I promise you, you're going to thank yourself in the end. See you guys soon.